Well, there is no way that it can vote against Belize, you see, because there is a special agreement which tells them what it is they have to decide, and it tells them how it is they have to decide. They have to determine the boundaries between Belize and Guatemala. Why is it important for the court to determine? We know where the boundaries are. In fact, Guatemala knows where the boundaries are. But that is in a treaty, or that is in a paper, whatever. It's in our constitution, whatever. We can't take any of those instruments to the Security Council, for example, and say, look, help us to implement this. They will say that's not our job. However, if it is the ICJ that makes a determination itself that that is the border, not changing it, but reaffirming it, saying that is the border, then we can take that judgment to the ICJ, to the Security Council, wherever it is. So, then we can take that judgment to the Security Council, which under Article 94 of the UN Charter is mandated to put that judgment into effect. So that's why it's important for the court to have that power to determine the borders, right? Now, to determine those borders, it has to follow what the special agreement tells it to follow, which is Article 38.1 of the statute of the ICJ. And the first thing in that article is treaties. There alone, the court will come to a determination, because this is not a treaty which allows for any ambiguity, which allows for any confusion as to where the borders might be and so on. Everybody knows it's very clear. There's no question about that. The only question which Guatemala will try to put to the court is that the treaty is no longer valid because Article 7 was not complied with by the British. Now that will have no possibility of being accepted by the court for several reasons. One, because it's very difficult for them to prove that it is the British alone who are responsible for Article 7 not being implemented. Two, because 70 years after they signed the treaty, they signed another treaty, which is the exchange of notes, which confirmed the boundaries. And three, because even if that is true, there is a legal ruling, a legal principle repeated time and time again by the ICJ that once a treaty establishes a border, then regardless of what happens to the treaty, the border remains. So there's no possibility whatsoever of the court deciding to ignore the boundaries established by the treaty, to change the boundaries established by the treaty, to find a way of giving a little piece of land of Belize. So there is no possibility that it can do that. It has no authority to do that. Its whole history is against that. And it's just not within the realms of possibility.